Time, space, reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility. A single choice can branch out into infinite realities, creating alternate worlds from the ones you know. Wow, I am the Watcher. Follow me and ponder the question. What if? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Marvel Madness, our Marvel's What If in review. My name is Kyle. Thanks for checking out Project Ponder, guys. We're here for Season 2, Episode 6, which introduces a new original character, Kahori. And guys, it was just astounding. It was absolutely astounding. What I'm going to do is give a rambling recap, which is kind of the overall thoughts and recap of the episode. The strongest character, a weakest character, and a score out of 10. Guys, let's get after it. What did I just watch? It was just remarkable, dude. And there was, I don't think, a lick of English in the entire thing, which was crazy. It was subtitles the whole time, and it was so beautiful. And I was just sitting there for 30 minutes, just like goosebumps. Could not believe what I was watching. One thing I will say is that it didn't feel very connected to the MCU, despite the very beginning, Ragnarok cracking the Tesseract and Odin holding Tesseract up, and it splits and it sends all these spirits into the different universes, or maybe just this one universe. Amazing. It's so cool, dude. The Tesseract survived Ragnarok and like shattered in the energy of some places. That's amazing within itself. It reminded me a lot of Kena, Bridge of Spirits. That sort of same style with this beautiful like tribal group, and they are, suffering from the Spaniards, maybe from the conquistadors. They're coming and they're looking to burn down the village and are attacking, and they're looking for the Forbidden Lake, and it's creepy, like mysterious, but Kahori is kind of the main character here, and she's got this adventurous spirit, and she's like, no, we're too far from the bones of our ancestors. And she goes forward, and they're like, what is this lake? It's just a puddle. What's so forbidden about this? There's ducks on it. Eventually fall through, and they find the real lake. And it turns out the Tesseract, or a piece of the Tesseract, is at the bottom of that. And so when it says the lake is eating people, they're actually being sucked through to another dimension or another place they call the Sky World. And they say they don't age, they don't die, and basically life is perfect. And it's just wonderful sequence, and the music is incredible, and the characters are incredible, and the animation is incredible, and I can't believe how much I just enjoyed it. Conquistadors, or the Spaniards, they're coming, and there's this villain, and they burn the village down, and she's like, I gotta get back up there. And it's just this wondrous spirit where this Kahori is like, oh, nobody is able to return, and she's like, well, they weren't trying hard enough. And she's starting to use these powers, and she's like, oh, I'm born of the wolf or whatever. And the guy she's talking to is like, oh, I have a little bit of turtle in me. And they're doing this great like scene where they're going through, and then they're chasing like basically these giant bison, these buffalo, and they have like parts of the Tesseract or these stones. And I love how the Tesseract is just like in everything, dude. And he's like, you feel the spirit of this place, and they've got these cool powers. It's almost like Avatar: The Last Airbender powers, and it's so freaking cool and beautiful. It just looks so aesthetically pleasing. And they're going through, dude, and she's like chasing down, and she's going so fast, and they're like, wow, she's fast. And there's just this wonderful energy. She comes back, and she's got all the stones, dude, and I was just like, this is remarkable. This is amazing, dude, that they introduced this new character and this new spirit. And I almost felt like I was watching like a Studio Ghibli film, where I was like, this is amazing. Like I can't even think of, I'm sure there are better words to describe it, but I can't think of anything because I'm still processing everything that I just watched. It's just a wonderful time. I feel like a kid watching this, and they're going through, but the threat is still lurking, and they burn the village, and she's like, I got to get back to my people. I can't just stay here. This isn't heaven. This is a prison, and all that stuff is really powerful. But then the conquistadors, they get to the lake, they find the lake, and then they accidentally get sucked into the lake. And then they're like, wait, there must be treasure behind here. Treasure, huh? And then they get there, and then she's like, nah, dude, I'm going to defend all of these people. Because they start attacking, and she takes her guns out, and all the powers are so cool. And it's like airbending kind of, but it's so badass that she goes out, and she's trying to get back to the people, and she eventually like summons the portal down, and she goes back to the shore because she's like, look, there's a war out there. She's like, my people need help. And she's like, we all need to fight it. And they're like, we don't want war. We have like a different life here. And she's like, well, I need to protect my people. And she goes through these guys on the beach, and they're taking all the people captive. and they have these big ships with the cannons, and then she just starts taking these guys out, and then the main guy is like, fire the cannons. And it's so cool because she's got the thing up, the shield up, right? And all the cannons are being held, and attack the witch. And one of the cannonballs gets through and hits her, and I was like shocked, dude. I couldn't believe that. I was like, what's gonna happen now? And she gets down, and the guy's got his sword on, and then we get probably the coolest moment, dude, where she looks up, and then it's just the woods behind her, and it's all these blue eyes, and this beautiful music is playing, dude. And they all just come running out and take down all the ships, and I was like, oh my god, and this guy just gets buried deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's so freaking amazing. And then he grabs her leg like he's gonna take down Kahori, and she just shoots him, dude. Just kamehamehas him on the ground and just ends him. And you know, the Watcher's kind of narrating it, and then there's like this slow-mo, and like we need new songs. The Sky People are here, the Thunder Buddies are here to save us. She just like dives in there, dude, and then we eventually go to the New World, and she's taking all these people out, and the Queen's like, I'm not afraid of you, dude, and she lifts her up, just destroys the throne, and then she's like, dude, you better be afraid of me. I was like, oh my god, this is so sick. It's awesome and amazing. And then at the very end, Stephen Strange comes in through a portal, and he's like, I've been looking for you for a very long time. And I'm like, let's go, dude. And astounding episode, dude. It just incredible. Couldn't believe it. It was so gorgeous and stunning, and I want to watch it over and over again. And it felt like a little movie on its own. Like I said, like a Studio Ghibli film, and it's like I could rewatch the whole thing, and I wish I could just own just that. I wish they would make it into a 2-hour movie, and I would watch the whole thing. It was incredible. Strongest character, guys, the original character, Kahori. I think it was just made for this series, but if this is how they get Kahori into the MCU, my god, dude. I don't know. That would be trickier with live action because they can't get as fun with the graphics, although CG is so advanced now that they probably could make her do all the same stuff, but especially with like Miss Marvel doing the stuff. Okay, so never mind. That would be sick. Kahori is amazing, dude. You can just tell she's like got this fierce, strong warrior spirit, but kind, gentle, and she's in touch with nature, but she understands that she's got to fight. And my god, I can't believe they made me care about this character as much as they did in 30 minutes, from me being like, this character that doesn't speak English just has this like just this aura, literally and figuratively. Like, it was just amazing. And Kahori is an amazing character, an incredible character, and I can't wait to see what they do with her, because man, it was great. The weakest character, guys, I mean, considering we only had a few characters, but everyone was so good. Even like the conquistador main guy was like so perfectly like the evil villain, the antagonist. I'm gonna say no one, dude. I really enjoyed everyone's role here. I thought the village people were great. I thought all of the scenes with the bison, the buffalo, like all those people running and they're having fun and they're like doing tricks and getting the things. I thought it was amazing. No one was like standing out as a weak link, or I thought it was just great. So no one's getting my weakest character for this week. Guys, can you guess what the score is going to be? Can you guess what the score is going to be?
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a 12 out of 10. It's 100. Whatever you want to call it. Infinity out of 10. It's an Infinity Stone out of 10. It's a Tesseract out of 10. That doesn't even make sense. Cut that. But I'm going to keep it in. Guys, it's incredible. And this, like I said, the season is getting better and better and better. And this one was so interesting to me because it was so out of the MCU. It was basically just an amazing episode on its own. Even if it didn't have any MCU ties, if it was just like a mystical stone that spread this power, then I would be like, cool. The MCU tie-in at the end is really like just icing on the cake, but I just thought this was an astounding story and incredible and beautiful and stunning and touching and making me rethink my life. It was great. So 10 out of 10, dude. Perfection. Okay, guys, well, that is it. Another episode of Marvel Madness, the best one yet, and so different than any of the other episodes and not really tied to the MCU too much, but I'm like, what is Stephen Strange looking for and how is Corey gonna play into this? And I'm sure Ultron will come back, and man, it's just getting so good. And Marvel What If Season 2 has been a surprise to me, and I'm like, feed me the next one, dude, because now I'm hooked. And man, what a triumph the show has been, and such a surprise, and I'm having a great time. But Another episode in the books, guys. Appreciate you. Until next time, what if?